I think people are drawn to fighting because it's a primal thing. Knowing how to defend yourself against harm is a primal state that people are interested in. I think that I was blessed with athleticism. I think that I was just blessed to be an athlete. Just being Ali's grandson is pressure, you know. But pressure to me is just an illusion. The feeling I get when I walk into the smart cage is I'm feeling a whole bunch of emotions. I'm nervous, I'm excited. It's a mixture of both of those emotions. I like to think that I'm ready to die every single time I walk in there, just so it allows me to face fear. I was a huge fight fan my entire life.
And jogging.
Before I started taking MMA serious, I remember thinking to myself, why don't I try? You know, growing up, I had this idea of me, this perception in people's heads that I'm Muhammad Ali's grandson. Oh, can you fight? I wanted to try it out for myself, and so that when I get older, I don't regret.
Guys ready? Work time, let's go.
As humans, we're like computers. The more you train, the more you get data. The more data you're saving, you're working on your muscle memory. You're working on technique, speed, power, focus. These are all things that play a part in training. You do that so that when you come into a fight, it's natural. You don't really have to think, it just becomes natural.
Drill, let's go. High pace, guys, get on it. Drill. Collar tie, shuck him, hit your shot, scramble up.
How you train is how you're gonna fight. I feel like every fighter has those days where they kind of feel sluggish, but it's the push that really helps make a fighter better. I think that the biggest difference between someone who's watching and someone who's actually participating is something deep inside a fighter that really makes him want to fight.
Drill!
I feel like if you know you have this fire in you, this dog in you, you can make that walk. You just gotta face fear. I used to be a spectator, and now I'm a fighter. When I was done playing football, I was going down a really, really dark lifestyle. It was this lifestyle that I didn't like. You know, I think fighting forces me to leave that lifestyle. I've never felt better emotionally, spiritually, mentally, physically. I think that is what drives me personally.
Want to say prayer, please?
In the name of Allah, the most gracious, the most merciful, Master of the Day of Judgment, you alone do we worship, and thy aid we seek. Show us a straight way, the way upon those who bestow your grace, and those whose portion is not wrath and who go not astray.
Amen. Thank you, Biaggio. That was beautiful.
Yes. I'm super grateful to have the parents that I have. They've always been loving and supporting. To see them come to the gym and show support and watch the hard work that I put in that a lot of people don't get to see behind the scenes with fighters. It means the world to me.
How was practice today?
Freaking knee was hurting today.
Really? What is it, like a sprain or?
No. This is just from sparring yesterday. I maybe got kicked there, or I don't know. But it was hurting. You know, I come from a boxing family. My grandfather fought. His brother fought. My aunt fought. My brother fights. And now I'm fighting. We always had a love for combat sports, especially boxing growing up. Of course, I feel pressure. You know, just being Ali's grandson is pressure, you know. But at the end of the day, like, pressure to me is just an illusion. I admire my grandfather and what he did in the ring, but I admire him more for what he did outside of the ring, what he stood for. And he was ambitious and convicted in his beliefs as well. So I respect who he was as a person more than who he was as a fighter. So when it comes to the Ali name, I want it to be associated with being a good person.
So we don't want to be real heavy. We want to be here so we can kind of move that foot, get it out of the way, right? So his stance will be a little looser and lighter, a little more athletic. We're going to float like a butterfly a little bit. So we're going to try to use our athleticism and movement, a little bit of rhythm, his speed advantage.
My life right now is really training and just trying to get better and better and better in my career. When you do that and you stay consistent, you see improvement. You can't be consistent in doing something and never see improvement. That'll never happen. I think that I was blessed with athleticism. I think that I was just blessed to be an athlete. First, it was my goal to have 4 fights this year. To be able to fight for the PFL as an amateur, to fight on ESPN and be on this kind of stage, such an early point in my career, it's like 10 years worth of experience. I think depending on this next fight, I'll probably go pro. When I win, whether it's knockout or whatever, I'm gonna sit down with my coach, see his thoughts, what he thinks would be the next best step, and follow his advice.
Don't move your feet. Jab, slip, hook cross. Don't move your feet. Yeah, loose. We're just kind of, just like that. Snap it, no power. Yeah.
My main goal is to be a very exciting fighter when it comes to the sport of MMA. I want to be exciting. I want to be a fighter that everybody's excited to see because they know I'm going to bring it. Outside of the sport, I want to be a mentor, and I want to help people and inspire people to take that leap of faith and to get outside of your comfort zone and to test yourself and know who you are. There's a lot of people that go through a lot of dark, troubling times, and I want to eventually be somebody to kind of show them that there's light at the end of the tunnel. That's my main goal. That's the reason why I fight. I think that that's why I'm here on Earth, really.